stop, regroup. Fabulous. Okay. I will adjust my camera as we go, so hopefully you can see me. I can see you. Okay, so we're going to stand feet hip width apart, and I will just relax the shoulders. Start feeling your feet firmly on the ground, big toe, little toe and heel, and that little inner thigh connection. Allow the shoulders to hang, your ribs nicely balanced over your pelvis. And to start with, we'll do a few little side bends. So just slide down one side of your body, tummy button to spine to stand. And then the other side, slide down, tummy button to stand. So simple, yet effective. And take a moment just to notice maybe if you think you're twisting as you go to the side. There is a natural rotation that happens, but we want to minimize that. And we'll bring the arms into it this time. So slide down, outside arm comes up overhead, reach it as far as you can to really increase that stretch. Then underneath arm comes up to meet it, tummy button to stand. Pressing down to get some engagement under the armpits, and the other side, slide, reach the arm, underneath arm comes up, and standing tall, one more, sliding down. Apologies, a little bit of a runny nose this morning, so I might sniff, ever so attractive. And as we reach for the ceiling, keep the shoulders away from the ears as much as possible so we're getting lovely length through the neck. Standing nice and tall, arms out in front. And we will do the chest expansion, which is the same as the arrow. So you press back with your triceps, arms behind you. And when they come behind you, you can rotate the arms so the thumbs turn away from you and then bring them back. Trying to feel some pressure through the tricep area, rotation through the shoulder blade. And again, pressing away. I like to breathe out to help that keep the ab engagement. Breath in to rotate. And bring the arms back. Final time this way. Pressing back. Breathe in to rotate the arms. And then bring them up. And we'll add some balance into here. So as we press the arm back, squeeze the bunting, inner thighs to lift up nice and straight. Staying here to rotate the arms. And coming back down. And again, all the time, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So you're coming straight up, pressing back, rotating the arms, ankles nice and strong, hopefully. And that's helped not only by the abs, but by squeezing the bum and thinking about the inner thighs reaching towards each other. And we'll release the neck as we do this. So we press back, rotate the arms, stay up there, and just look one way, back to center, and look the other way, and back down. And again, pressing back, lifting up, rotating the arms, and look one way, center, and the other way, and then come down. So falling over, final time, pressing back. Breath in to rotate the arms. Look to the side, center it up, to the side, and center, and come back down. Arms stay out in front of you, make a fist, and as we breathe out, we're going to pull that strap, so you bend the elbow and the ribs rotate round to follow it. The hips stay facing forward, and then back to center. And stick with that same side, breathing out. and center. And again, keeping the shoulders away from the ears as you increase the rotation through the ribs. And it should feel quite a strong movement. Again, the triceps are leading. You're getting that oblique work. One more time this way. And starting point and the other way. So relax the shoulders, pull that strap back, rotating the other way, keeping those hips facing forward. Let me watch. So really use some strength, thinking under the armpit, all the way down the side of the body. That's it, lovely. And two more, breathing out. Draw the elbow backwards. And final time. Good. Then we'll add on some balance. So forearms crossed in front of your chest. We're going to take a nice big step forward. So you've got, well, change legs actually. So you've got some nice stretch through the hip flexor. We're just going to do 4 little pulses down. If you can reach the floor, marvelous. If not, just take it as low as you're happy to. On the final one, we're going to come down to one leg kneeling, change legs, other leg forward, come to standing. So you should be in that nice wide step stance. 3, 4, change sides again. So all the time, that tummy button to spine, engaging through the obliques around the sides of your waist, obviously working the bum. And final time, and changing sides. Coming to standing, have to really think about it myself. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Stay down here. We're going to work on our hands and knees. So find a nice position on the mat in your nice quadricep position. So hip over knee, shoulder over wrist, and allow the upper back to be nice and flat. Just find that position. And we're going to hitch one hip towards the rib, back to center. So without dipping the pelvis or moving the back, you're just sliding your pelvis side to side. And I'll reposition my camera so you can see me better. That's it. So nice small movements, keeping control. We're still warming up the back. Lovely. And as you feel more comfortable, I don't find this position very comfortable or this movement particularly comfortable, but increase the size if you can. One more to each side. Jackie, just soften your upper back a little bit. So allow it to sink into the shoulders. That's it, that's better. And then from there, we're going to tuck the tailbone under and then bring it back to neutral. So like little pelvic tilts. Well, not like, they are little pelvic tilts. So breathe out, tuck under, breathe in to settle back to neutral. But again, don't allow the upper back to arch. You want nice and flat, everything held up through the abdominal area and the crown of the head reaching away. Breathing out to tuck under. And breathing into center. Jeanette, not so big, so it's just the pelvis at the minute, so you're not going to be doing cat next, but just that pelvic area. And then move to little circles. So you can take the tailbone up to the ceiling a little bit, around underneath, and reverse the direction. So nice little twerk, warming everything up. Keeping control of the abs. One more in each direction. And if you need to sit back at any point, release the wrists, just give them a wiggle. We're staying here for a short while longer. And we'll just work on some shoulders. So again, nice long neck, shoulders away from the ears, flat back, and then you wrap the shoulders down and around. So the big scapula is behind you, trying to kiss, and then pressing away. So nothing coming up to the ears to crunch the neck. Think long and low and wide. And the abdominals drawing into the body. So imagining you've got one of those rare glasses of wine, pints of beer that we can't get for love nor money in the county anymore, balanced on your back. So the back stays nice and flat. It's just everything's happening through that shoulder blade area, keeping the arms as straight as possible. That's it. Good. One more. And then again, sit back, release the wrists just to give them a moment's respite. And we'll put all of that together in our cat stretch. So starting in the neutral flat position, going to tuck the tailbone under. Imagine someone's walking their fingers up your spine until the head has to drop between the shoulder blades. Breath in there, breathing out, unpeel from the tailbone first. And again, someone walking their fingers up your spine to flatten out to that neutral position. Slight softness in the elbows. The crease of the elbows on the inside should be facing each other. And use your breath. Very nice. Jeanette, don't lift your head too high at the end. Keep chin. That's it. That's the good position to be in. That's it, Jackie. Allow your head to drop at this point. That's it, Elaine. Lovely. And finish the one you're on. And we'll move on to the dog. So start just by sliding one arm and leg away and then lifting it up again, just in a nice long line. So you're not dipping or anything, and bring it back. And then when you find you're comfortable and have control, extending one arm and leg off the mat, but stay at whatever level is right for you today. If you want to stay with a toe and a finger on the floor, that's perfectly fine. Really looking for that nice neutral back, so there's no dipping through the lower back as you lift the leg, crown of the head reaching away, Nice controlled changeover. That's it. That's it, Elaine. Good. Jeanette, no need to lift the legs too high at the back. I know you can, but need to make sure your lower back is being supported and safe. Good. Everyone just relax the shoulders, make sure they're away from the ears. And you're feeling that girdle of strength from armpit down to waist. One more on each side. Keeping those abs engaged. Lovely. Then from there, we'll do the same thing. So extend an arm and leg away. We're going to bend the knee so your heel is towards the ceiling. Turn the knee out to the side. Back knee down to towards the mat. Extend the leg and return. So there's a little bit of balance work. Peeing dog. It's almost a hamstring curl while it's held in the air. Turn it away from your upper lamp post. Back to center. Extend and down. If it's too much holding an arm out at the same time, obviously have both hands on the mat. Just getting some more work through the hip. Bending, opening the knee. Again, nice and controlled. Just a little bit of challenge. That's it, Jackie, good. So nice distinct movements, long arm and leg out first, then bend the knee, then turn the knee out, back. That's it, good, Elaine. Wonderful. One more on each side. And then sit back, definitely release the wrists this time because we have a little more challenge coming up. Is your shoulder all right? Be careful on this next one then, Jackie. So if you get any pain at all, don't do it. We're going to come back onto hands and knees. We're going to go into a plank. So we're going to step one leg back, then the other leg, and we're going to walk down and back up again. So you've got to think really using the obliques. So if it's too much, I'd rather you just stay down either on your hands, holding the plank. But if you want the full thing, so plank position, thumb in line with your shoulders, keeping tummy button drawing into the body. You just walk down to your forearms and come back up. All the time thinking armpit to hip to make sure the shoulders are not doing the work. And see how many you can do. I can do about 3 and that's it. Jeanette, you want your bum down. Down, 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 down. Oh, good. And then relax. Sit back, release those wrists. And I won't make you do any more. We will come straight onto the mat. And you can have your hands under your forehead, legs slightly separated. We'll have a little moment to rest. Shoulders away from the ears. Pubic bone nice and low. Think about the tailbone reaching away from you. And we're just going to do some bum squeezes. So from here, you want to think about narrowing the hips towards each other to squeeze the bottom. Hold it for a count of 5 and then relax. Trying to just isolate the glute muscle. So if you feel your legs are moving, think more side to side inwards. See if that helps. Or you can turn your feet out, see if that helps isolate the muscle group. So it's a nice squeeze, hold for 5 and relax. And as you're down here, I want you to think about lengthening the spine and the crown of the head away, especially as we work on our front for a bit. Like I said last week, imagining blowing up little rubber rings in between each vertebrae to get some beautiful length through the spine. One more. And then we will do our hamstring curls. We're going to work on the right leg to start with. So you want to hold the bottom for about 50% effort that you've just been doing, and then curl in the heel towards the midline of the bum, but not reaching it, and then place it back down. So really take your focus to the back of the leg. And 3, and 2, and 1. Stick on this leg. We're going to do 6. We're going to curl in, hover the knee, extend the leg away, place it down, and bend, and hover, extend, and down, and bend, and hover, extend, and down. And as you bend in, still think crown of the head reaching away, spine nice and long. 2 more, and hover, extend, and down. Final time here, bend, and hover, extend. That's it, down. Final set, bend the knee in, flex the foot, sink heel to the ceiling, and we'll pulse up to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, extend down and change legs. So left leg curling in for 6 and down. So keep the knee down for this one, just basic hamstring curls. In and extend. Bend it in and extend. Shoulders relaxed, lengthening through the spine, in and extend. So allow the feet just to be. They're not doing anything. Focus on those hamstrings. Good, I can see them working, Jackie. Good. Final time, in and extend. And this time you bend it in, you hover the knee and extend the leg, place the leg down and bend and lift the knee. That's it. Extend, good Elaine, and down and bend and hover, extend and down and bend and hover, extend and down. Final time, bend and hover, extend and down. Then bend the knee in, flex the foot, heel to the ceiling and pulse upwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Extend the leg down, extend the arms in front of you. You can turn your legs out and rest on your big toe joints. We will do our cobra. So from here, think tailbone reaching away, shoulder blades slide down your back as you bend your elbows. This is where I want you to really think length through the back of your spine. So you're stretching out the front of the body and then coming back down. So breathe out, draw the elbows in. You should feel a stretch through the tummy button area, up through the front of your body, and place yourself down. Just do a couple more, keeping the elbows bent. So you draw them into the side of the body, lifting the heart, reaching away. That's it, nice, Jackie. Good. Extend. One more with bent elbows, draw them in. Think reaching the heart through the body and back down. And then this time as you draw in, breathe in, bend the elbows, draw them to the sides of your body. If you're happy to, extend the arms so they're straight and you're lifting the heart. So real squeeze of the bum, stretching through the front of the body and then coming back down. So you want the legs to be straight. I want you to try and find that stretch through the stomach area. That's looking beautiful, everyone. Jeanette, I still think you're bending and hinging a little bit too much from the lower back. So focus on reaching forward with the front of your body before you come up to see if you can find a little bit of difference there. And do one more. And on that last one, stay up with straight arms. So think crown of the head reaching away, front of the body reaching away, and then squeezing the bum 1,000,000%, bend the elbows, come back down to the floor, the legs will lift, and then I want you to beat the heels together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rock back so your legs are on the floor and your arms are straight. So bending the elbows, reaching the heart forward, beat the legs together. So really having to squeeze the bum, think in and you feel the inner thighs, and then come back up with straight arms. That's it. Then bend the elbows, allow the front to come back down, but reaching forwards and beat those legs behind you, heels together. And do one more set for me. Allow the shoulders to stay relaxed though. Wonderful. And then if we can try our swan dive, which is a mixture of both, no leg beats, but so you come into the cobra and then you reach the arms away as the legs come up and you snatch it back. So all the time you're thinking your heart lifting up through your chest, through the crown of your head. Yes, Jeanette, lovely. Yes, Elaine, brilliant. That's it, Jackie. Wonderful, everyone. Just do a couple more. Really having to use the bum, use your obliques. Don't allow your head to slam on the floor. And then sit back into a child pose or hug your knees in. Do something that's comfortable for you. Stretch the back out in case you've put any strain on there. Wonderful. Well done. Okay. Grabbing a cushion, we'll work on our side for a little while. So I'd like it behind your head so you've got somewhere to move. And we'll start with our chest opener, which is a lovely stretch. So palm on palm, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, knee over knee. Breathing in, take the arm up to the ceiling. Breathing out, focus on rotating the ribs. So they might not go very far. That's as far as mine go today, keeping the knees in line with each other and the hips together. Just take a moment to breathe. And then breathing out, draw those ribs back. And your arms should meet exactly where they started. And again, thinking length through the spine, through to the crown of the head. each time you go, you might get a little bit more rotation. Nice and slow and controlled. Think length through the top line of your body. So the edge of your body that's up to the ceiling, just think reaching away from you, and that underneath waist drawing up from the mat to keep your back supported. That's it. One more time. Lovely, good. Elaine, can I be a pain? Can you angle your camera down a little bit? I've been seeing most of you for the rest of class, but not for the side bits. And then we will extend both arms and legs. So we're on our side. Remember, just angle the legs slightly further forward so you can see your toes out of the side of your eye. And we will then do lift the top leg, lift the underneath leg, place the bottom leg down, place the top leg down. And again, thinking, reaching away as the legs lift so you don't banana in the middle. And like before, it might be you can't lift the legs particularly high. That's fine. So I'd rather have a length through the spine, through the control. And if you want hand in front for balance, for comfort today, that's fine. Do that. And it's quite a strong movement for the underneath leg, squeezing up, thinking at the inner thigh, doing that work. So lifting the top leg, squeeze the bottom leg up. That's it. Place the bottom leg down, top leg comes down. Good. Oh, all looking brilliant. There's no hinging in the middle that I can see. Good. 2 more. Keeping the shoulders as relaxed as possible. It's tough. And from here, come onto your forearm. So you're resting on your elbow, underneath waist, drawing up. We will take the bottom leg forward, hand behind the head. So we're going to lift the top leg to hip height and do our side kick in this position. So 2 kicks forward with a flex foot, point the toe and squeeze the bum to take it behind you. Tummy button to spine. So you're trying to keep your upper body as stable as you can. 1 more here. Then you can put that top leg down, bend the underneath leg. I want you to come up to kneeling on it. And take the arm out to the side. And we'll do the same thing here. It looks a bit odd on my camera angle for me. So 2 kicks forward, squeeze the bum behind. If it's too much, go back down to that other position. So really thinking underneath waist, armpit to hip. That's it. Good. Keeping the legs straight. 1 more. Then place the top leg down and place the underneath leg behind the top leg. So we're in our side plank. So shaking all over top. That's it. Arm extends to the ceiling. And we're going to rotate underneath and unpeel. Oh. So shoulders away from the ears. If it's too much, come down onto the forearm and stay down. Do not worry. Real focus is on the side of the body. 1 more if you can. That's it, lovely. Good. And then sit yourself down. Oh, well done. And scoot yourself over to the other side. So it's time for the rest. to start with. So knees bent up. Imagine you're sitting in one of those old-fashioned dining room chairs, shoulder over shoulder, knees glued together, stay in line, then breathing in, take the arm to ceiling, breathe out, rotate the ribs, keeping the knees glued together. Don't move the bottom half. Nice breath in to hold for a couple of breaths, and then on your next out breath, rotate the ribs back again. And again, think length through the top line of your body. Lovely, Elaine, good. That's it. Good, Jackie, lovely, Jeanette. Just use your breath. Use this moment to regroup. Find some strength, stretch. Make sure the ribs are rotating rather than just taking the arm behind you. Do one more. And then extend underneath arm and both legs away. So again, either hand in front for balance or just on top, underneath waist, drawing up. And we lift the top leg, squeeze the underneath leg up, place the underneath leg down, and place the top leg down. So want to think reaching away with the legs so you don't hitch in the middle. And really think about how it feels. So lengthening away, reaching, reaching, reaching. That's it, lovely. Good. Two more. Good. No feet leading, which is wonderful. And then from there, come onto our forearm, underneath leg slightly further forward, top leg, hip height, hand behind the head, underneath waist drawing up, and 2 kicks forward, squeeze behind, 2 kicks forward, and squeeze behind. So hopefully you can see my body is being held as straight as possible. Shoulders are away from the ears. I'm working really, really hard. It is certainly not easy. And then bend the underneath leg, come up to kneeling. Same thing, or stay down on the forearm if it's too much, depending on shoulders. Again, top leg to hip height, 2 kicks forward, squeeze behind, 2 kicks forward, squeeze it behind. That's it. So trying to keep the leg at hip height level or wherever it starts. That's it. Good. Lovely. Brilliant. Keeping tummy button engaged, keeping underneath obliques, waist working. One more. Then put the top leg down, extend the underneath leg so the ankle's behind, arm to ceiling, and then rotating through. And you will also see, when you watch the video back, I'm sure, my arm is shaking like Billy O. So I'm working really, really hard. And again. That's it, lovely, lovely, lovely. One more. Squeeze those inner thighs together and then bend the knees, coming back down to the mat. Oh, fabulous work. Good, good, good. Right, onto our backs And we will do some bridging and then some more abdominal work. So nothing behind the head for this. Just lengthen your head away to make sure your neck is nice and long. But just allow your body to relax a little bit into the mat. Re-find your feet position and think about that inner thigh connection. Big toe, little toe and heel. And from there, squeeze and narrow the bum, lift up. We'll just do 2 standard bridges. So there's no curling up, it's a squeeze in and lift, lengthening the knees away and back down again. And we will add on, breathing out to squeeze and lift, unpeel a leg to the ceiling and taking the leg and toe to the floor if you can, or just keep it at knee height for 3. Finish with the leg to the ceiling and again, karate chop at the hips to place the foot down, to narrow squeeze, breathe out and lift, unpeel, 3, 2, 1, ending up toe to the ceiling, placing yourself down. If it's too much today, just have a play with lifting one leg. And you're thinking like before, long spine, long knees away. Ribs, think about knitting the ribs together and down towards the pelvis. So you don't want to see your ribs popping up. That's good, Elaine. Well done, Jackie. Lovely, Jeanette. And you can come down in between and have a rest. Don't have to stay up and overload the bum and hamstrings. That's it. Do one more set. And when you finish your last one, feet back down, we'll do arms overhead. So again, when they reach overhead, don't allow the ribs to pop up. You want to think ribs down towards the tummy button. And we'll bridge again, just a basic bridge, place it down and do a curl up afterwards. So sliding those ribs down, which is why you don't want them popping up. So squeeze the bum, lift the bum. Bum comes down, lift the upper half. So you want all of the bottom sticking on the mat. That's it. Bridge and down, ribs slide. And you do not want your pelvis to come and meet your chin as you curl up. You want to keep that glued to the mat. That's it, Jackie, good. If you find you're cramping at all, bring your heels in closer to your bum when you bridge up and curling up. That's it, Elaine, lovely. That's it, Jeanette, good, good, Jackie. Wonderful, do 2 more. And on this last one, after you've curled up, grab the outside of your thighs, just curl up a little bit more, stay up there, hands behind your head, and you can press your head into your hands, lift one knee up, foot off the ground, and the other leg, turn your knees out so your heels are together, and if you can, breathing out to extend the legs, staying curled up, bring them back in. 4 and 3. So you want to think tummy button is nailing your lower back to the mat. And then end with knees bent. And we're just going to open one leg out to the side and bend it back in. So all the time, pressing your head into your hands, shoulders away from your ears, nailing your tummy buttons through the body to the mat behind you, using your breath, staying curled up, having to work really hard. Final set, opening and close. Last side, open and close. Stay there. And we're just going to tap one leg down. So still in turn out, so toes pointing away from you, knees pointing away from you, having to curl up higher all the time, working really, really hard. That's it, good. Of course, if it really gets too much on your neck, lie back. Keeping those knees in turn out, good. One more each side. Then place your body down, back to the mat, hug your knees in. Just have a moment to breathe. And we'll do our single leg stretch, but holding our shins. So it's more of a stretch for the back. And again, think about length through the neck to the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. Final time. If I'm being too nice, hug both knees in, hands on shins, nod the chin, curl forward, press the shins away. So again, you're in curl up. Lift the feet ever so slightly, and we'll do 3 single leg stretches. 2, 1, the long leg to the ceiling and down for 3, 2, 1, and then change and change and change, and 3 and 2 and 1. I'm finding there's quite a bit of movement in my body. I'm trying to minimize that. 3 and 2 and 1, and final time 3 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely. Hug your knees in again. Just take a moment to breathe. And why not? Let's nod the chin, get a bit of momentum going, and just roll like a ball for a little bit. That's it. And then do one more, come to sitting, and we'll do some rotation spine twists. So if you want some height, you can sit on a block or a cushion. And I know, Jackie, you don't find this position particularly comfortable, but everyone today, we're going to bend one knee up, which helps support the back a little bit more. So feel free to be up high, and then hands behind the head. And think about heart lifted, nice straight back, breathing in to rotate one way, breathing out to center. Same side for 5 more. So you want to think you're like a puppet. You've got strings all the way up through your back, through the crown of your head. Your shoulders are relaxed as much as possible. So as you rotate, you don't want to lean back. You're staying upright. So imagine I've got a nice big pole up your back. It's not comfy. It's not pleasant for anybody. And when you've done your 6th one, just give your legs a little bit of a shake and change sides. So again, your leg position with the bent knee can be loosely bent or up closer to your body, whatever is more comfortable. So you want to feel all your sitting bones on the mat. So breathing in to rotate the other way, breathing out to center. Very much focus on those obliques and the ribs doing the work. So you're only going as far as they will rotate. That's lovely, Jeanette, good. That's it, Elaine, lovely. That's it, Jackie. So after 6, release it out a little bit. Give the legs a shake. Separate them. Arms out in front. You want to come up and over a beach ball. Spine stretch forward. Aim to get your hands or your head between your arms, which stay on the same level as they started. And then sitting up again. So shoulders relaxed. So you're curling up and forward. Oh, my legs shake dramatically doing this. It's hard work. Nothing in Pilates is easy. If it feels easy, then you're probably cheating somehow. And sitting tall. One more stretch. Reaching forward with the heart, nodding the head between the arms. That's it. And sitting tall. Open the legs a little bit wider. Arms to the outside of your legs. Put it all together. Rotate round to one leg. Reach to saw off the little toe, keeping the other bum cheek down. Sitting nice and tall. And center. Breathing in to rotate. Breathing out to reach. Breathing in to sit tall. And out to center. In to rotate. Soar. Breathe in to resack. Out to center. In. In and center. One more each side. That's it. Keeping both bottom cheeks on the floor and reaching and rolling forward. Coming back up. Lovely. And center. Bend the knees. And of course, we're now coming up to everybody's favorite, our roll back. So let's start with feet hip width apart, slightly bent knees, arms out in front. We'll do the pulling straps that we started with and warming up. So we're going to hinge, pull the strap behind just to get some more rotation as we're on our little rotation thing. Hinge, rotate the other way, again keeping both bum cheeks down, both hips facing the ceiling, so it's just ribs following the elbows. That's it. One more each side. That's it, Elaine. Lovely. Good. Final time, the other side. Yes. Then lengthen your legs away. Arms out in front. Hinge. Then send the tailbone away. Tummy button drawing in through the body, finding the mat behind. And this is where sometimes if you want a rolled up towel behind you, it gives you a little bit of an extra guide. Then from the arms overhead, we come to the ceiling, nod the chin. You can flex your feet. Tummy button still drawing in through the body and reaching forward, sitting tall. Continue that movement nice and slow and controlled. If you're finding it really easy today, hands on your forehead. Try and give you that little bit of extra challenge. Or as I said, grab the band. That's it, Elaine. Regroup. Don't panic, don't stress. Focus on the rolling back, Elaine. The more frustrated you get with it, the harder it is. And I'm determined to find out how to help you. That's it, good. Just roll over onto your side, come back up to sitting and start again. That's it, couple more for everyone else. Oh, you're doing so well, Jackie, but don't overdo it because that was looking really smooth up till that point. That's it, Elaine, tummy button to spine. Yes, much better. So finish the one you're on lying down and we'll start to stretch out. So take your hips nice and wide or feet either side of the mat is a good guide. and we'll stretch out the hip flexors. So drop one knee to the floor, other knee reaches for the first leg's ankle. So you're really stretching out the front of that hip. You can look away from those knees and just breathe for a couple of deep, deep breaths. Then re-engage the abs if that's gone AWOL. Bring the knees back to the ceiling and go over to the other side. So really try and find the floor with both knees. I find most things I find difficult. I keep telling you, it doesn't really reach the floor. But the intention is there. And I'm just stretching away. So looking away from your knees. One more on each side. That's it, Elaine. Take your legs a little wider. Find that real big stretch. And then hug your knees into your chest and try and lift the pelvis off. So I'd say, again, hold the shins or just below the knees. And it's just a little release. So trying to stay nice and relaxed with the rest of your body. Just stretching out the spine a little bit more. Hopefully that's all right with you, Jackie. If not, just hug the knees in. And then holding the top of the knees, we will do some double leg circles. So it's like the clocks we did at the beginning of class on our hands and knees, just giving it a little bit of help. And reverse the direction. From there, finish with your knees towards the ceiling, hands on the top of the knees, and draw one knee in, press one knee away, open out to the side. So you're doing sort of two semicircles. Do a little scissor in the middle and then rotate the other way. So scissor in, open and stir, paint in the hip joint. So it's lovely massage for the back and the hips. We've done quite a lot of work today. One more. And then roll over onto your side nice and gracefully without, if you can, touching the floor. Come to standing. Good. And we'll finish just with some roll down. Sorry, you can't see the top of my head, but you don't need to see me. Slight squeeze of the bum, arms come up to the ceiling, a little prayer. Press down, curling down, piece by piece by piece. Reach towards the floor. If you can, walk your hands forward into a downward dog. And then just bend one knee, send the tailbone to the ceiling. So you're feeling a stretch up the back of the leg. And think about flattening your back, so you stretch out the shoulder blades. Change legs, so bend the other leg. Send the long leg heel into the mat. Flattening your back a little bit. Both heels down if you can, and if you need to, just bend the knees, walk the hands back towards your feet. Nod the head, gradually, 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 curling up, one vertebra at a time, taking the arms back to the ceiling, palms together, a little prayer, reach up tall, press away, shoulders relaxed, and you've done it again. Well done. Let me turn off the recording.